Hello, most of my classmates are here, so you already know who I am, but I'm Darcey Barker, and I'm a first-year architecture student here at Lancaster, and I'm going to tell you guys a bit about what I've been involved with for the past 4 years at a group called Escape to Make, where Harrison Fit Architects also helped with the architecture group. I'm going to give you a quick overview of who we are, where we are, what we've done, why we turn up, and what we've learnt, and what is next. So the architecture group has been going on for almost 4 years now, and we are a group of 11 to 23-year-olds from different local and international backgrounds, schools, homeschooled, kicked out of schools, private schools, grammar schools, and now in some cases university. We live all over the Lancaster and Morecambe district and even stretch as far as Staveley in the Lakes and Kirkham near Blackpool. We have a mixed academic abilities, but we all share a passion in design and architecture, and the club hosted by the architects is helping us and me gain an introduction into architecture and construction. More importantly, it helped us enable us to be the change in the built environment and gain a wider perspective upon the world that we live in. Well, what have we done? Over the years, obviously minus the lockdowns, we have done a series of workshops and mini projects which are focused on, but not limited to, creating a new type of youth centre for Escape to Make. And we have explored different types of buildings and helped with the Lancaster City Council consultation, and more recently, in one evening, we redesigned Dalton Square to make it a more accessible, fun and interesting place for all. That's mini-me from 3 years ago. We have also presented to a theatre of people. We have modelled, photoshopped and drawn, and taken over the architect's office pre-COVID to help all of our visions come together. Now, as he mentioned, the Canal Quarter is a patch of land near to the city centre which is in desperate need of reviving, and that is where we would like to house our youth centre. Okay, why do we turn up? Well, most importantly, we like to have fun, and I think that is such a big part for 11s to 18s, which is why this group is so important. And we all think that we are genuinely a part of something special, and that we're being actively challenged on what we think. Now, our involvement is not tokenistic, and it's authentic, and we have ideas to share and what we want to help shape our future places. Now, what have we learned? Now, our consultation amongst peers shows that we think the concept of a current youth centre is outdated. So many of us would have been part of things like Cubs, Beavers, Scouts, Brownies when I was younger, and many of those have religious connotations which can put people off. And the arts classes, me as an arts student, were very expensive, and I think if you're an 11-year-old joining a group of an art class full of adults can be quite intimidating. And also, I'm sure most of you noticed that when you take your evening stroll after work and you go into town and you see everyone seems to group outside of McDonald's. Now, I don't have anything against McDonald's. I'm quite partial to the once 99p cheeseburger, which is now £1.10, which I think is quite a scam. But the antisocial behaviour there is really frightening. And we want to have our youth centre in this near enough to the city centre, so it's a place that is accessible and helps our city centre to thrive. And we want to take the values created by Escape to Make charity and put them into creating a building. We want to use technology in an innovative way, but we want to be sustainable and leave a positive legacy. And we would like our youth centre to be a homely and safe place. What next? Okay. On the 26th of February this year, which is where I originally did this speech, so slightly modified, we had an away day where we had representatives such as Cindy Sue from IKEA, Gareth Jones from Eden Project International. We had local businesses and representatives of youth services and several different architects from various parts of the country. We all came together for a day of inspiration. Now, during the day, we prepared detailed designs for our visions on each aspect of this youth centre, and we all incorporated sustainability, functionality, and nature throughout our designs, and everyone had such fascinating ideas. From this day, Eden Project International used the designs created to produce visual concept drawings, which will then be used in the planning of this building. And now, last month, on the 28th of September, there was a group who travelled to London Design International, where unfortunately I couldn't partake. They spoke about the next steps for the building and the last chance to get in details in before the concept boards were finally drawn. And now next week, on November 5th, we have a placemaking team where we will help define the DNA of what our building will look like, how it will be used, what it will provide, and how it will look, feel, and respond to young people's needs and desires for their building. This is not just for the first E2M building in Lancaster, but this is creating the foundations for all future Escape to Make youth centres, hopefully across the nation and possibly globally. And it is looking to be a very successful and positive future for our youth generations. Thank you.